Hey guys, it's Brendan here. Just thought I'd go out for a walk today, enjoy the beautiful weather, and get to talk to you guys a little bit. The topic of this video is about preparedness. After the events of what happened in Spain, Portugal, and France, I think that's kind of a warning shot to the rest of the world of just like how bad things could possibly get. Obviously nothing terrible happened, just because power was lost to large parts of Europe, but for not very long, maybe a day. So it showed the possibility of a large grid collapse with millions of citizens across multiple nations. And well, that's a pretty scary thing to think about, considering that our whole world runs off of electricity and the internet. So if that could happen there in Spain, Portugal, and France, it could happen here too. Their grids may be a little bit weaker than others, but it's kind of a warning shot as what could happen elsewhere. Like, say I live in Canada, the grid here is it's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's better than a lot of the other first world countries, but it still kind of factors in that as we get more technologically advanced as nations, we use more electricity. And people want more electric vehicles, people want hot tubs, people want air conditioners. Basically anything that charges, heats, or cools uses quite a bit of electricity. And so, speaking as an electrician myself, I put in lots of these in people's homes. And well, it's not always that they expand their service size. And when they do expand their service size at all these individual homes, the grid isn't really keeping pace with those additional electrical loads. And it's also a problem trying to source electricians. And if it's a problem to source electricians, I can only imagine how hard it is to source linemen, because electrician is a more in-demand trade than a lineman is. So in my opinion, I think it's a good idea for everyone to be prepared for another grid down scenario, maybe in your own country or where you're living, just for the simple fact that grids are they're starting to switch to more renewables, which are definitely not as reliable as generators that use constant fuel sources to turn their turbines, like natural gas, coal, or even nuclear, for example. I don't know why we're not going for nuclear power when it's considered one of the most green technologies there is. So yeah, when we switch to renewables, they're not constant power, because, well, solar panels, they require sunlight. Not every day has sunlight. Wind turbines require wind. Not every day is windy. It just goes to show that we're making our grid more and more fragile by increasing the loads and decreasing the reliability. So I think this is something everyone should consider. Maybe get generators, because you never know, power could go down. It even could go down from a solar event, because right now the sun is in its solar 25 cycle. It reached its maximum state back in October of 2024, and now it's on the decline, but it's still very volatile. You never know what's going to happen with the sun, especially when it has a large corona hole on the side of it facing the earth. maybe not at this moment, but it will be again in 27 days. And corona holes by themselves are not dangerous to grids. They are dangerous for large earthquakes, but not for grids. They are, though, when coronal mass ejections accompany those corona holes. And there's a large sunspot on the sun currently heading our way, and you never know if something will erupt from that site. So, and then also people forget about what happened in July 17 of 2024, where CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity software used by Microsoft, had a glitch, and 50%, I'm not going to throw a percentage out there because I don't know in this moment, but many Microsoft computers around the world just couldn't operate. They had a blue screen of death, or whatever you want to call that, and people couldn't access the computers. So, you know, there are lots of threats going on into the coming years, and we just don't know. So I think it's a great idea for everyone to be prepared for these scenarios, have a generator, have extra food, because what's happening right now, well, maybe not now, but a couple days ago when this first happened for Spain and Portugal, there was panic buying. And you know, when there's an emergency situation, it brings the worst out in people. We don't want to think that, but that's the reality. So I recommend each and every one of you be more prepared for the future, because you really don't know what's going to come our way. All right, well, you guys have a good day. Sorry for the kind of downer of a video, but I think it's very important for people to consider. All right, take care.